Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the land of Mordovia. I am Marcus Aurelius, and this is Quest for Glory 4, Shadows of Darkness. And in the last episode, we gained ourselves a true paladin's sword and paladin shield. You can see them here. This is the shield. Well, it just says shield, and it just says sword. Wow, guys, you could be a little bit more interesting than that, but whatever. So, Boris now thinks we're cool. We have a couple things we need to do.
Thanks for returning Piotr's sword. My family's honor shall at last be cleansed.
In the last episode, the domovoi in the inn told us that there is a domovoi trapped in the temple, so we'll go and check that out in just a moment.
Back again.
You tell Olga that Boris says she complains about him all the time.
Ooh.
Well, if he'd ever been here to get his work done instead of spending all his time carousing at the inn, I wouldn't have had to complain. And you can tell him I said so, huh?
I will. I'm gonna get some rations, too. And I guess I'll get some candy. And a pie pan. Why not? I'm sure I'll need it at some point. Alright.
Yeah, good night.
Let's go up here.
This is a little...
Oh, look at that. We're almost out of weight.
You pick up 2 of the metal...
We are so strong.
Your legs are too stiff.
Okay. All right. So we need a magic symbol to get into the temple. Let's save the game here as our usual danger.
There is an indentation near the middle of the shadowed door. It looks like a set of 6 curved spokes radiating out from a central point. This is a bas-relief of a strange creature. It looks like an octopus with only 6 tentacles. You have a creepy feeling as if it is looking right back at you.
An indentation with 6 sides, huh? Kind of like this.
Bad place. Very bad place. Go away. You'll be very sorry.
Chill, Igor. I got this. I got this.
As you touch the Dark One sign to your skin, you feel a cold sensation as though the warmth and life energy were being sucked from your body. You quickly put the sign away.
No, I didn't want to put it on my skin. Okay.
You push the Dark One sign into the indentation on the door. It fits perfectly.
Voila! Oh, here we are. What a creepy place.
This is a no longer used monastery. The furnishings are in poor condition, and the carpet and drapes are faded and threadbare. The symbols of the Dark One make this an uncomfortable place to be.
No kidding.
This amazingly lifelike sculpture looks like a cross between a baby troll and a hermit or dervish. It fits the description of a domovoi, except that it's totally dried out and unmoving.
Oh, there's our boy. Alright, let's see here. Where's the rehydration solution? There it is.
Very wet be I, very wet and very alive. Glad am I to be alive, happy thanks I give you. Careful you should be here, dangerous very it is. Feed the guard, or destroy it to find the secret passage down.
Feed the guard or destroy it. Well, it must be that thing.
It's a six-tentacled, octopus-like creature. I guess you'd call it a hexapod. Unless you like cats, then you might call it a hexapus.
Uh-huh. Is there anything in here?
You don't think you should break someone else's property. It just isn't the honorable thing to do.
Hello, this is
Of course,
Evil
if you
Temple.
had a way to destroy the entire evil abode, you'd do it in a second. Nice consistency of belief, eh?
Yeah.
It doesn't budge. It doesn't budge. It doesn't budge.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I guess we'll feed it. Do we have any food? We have garlic.
Hector the hexapod happily gorges itself on the garlic. Hector looks much less hungry and perhaps a little less dangerous now.
Huh. Finally, the garlic came in handy.
It doesn't budge. You can't get this log holder to move at all. It's solidly set into the base of the fireplace.
There we go.
There is a cold feeling down here that chills your bones and sets the hairs on the nape of your neck on end. There is a musty odor of mold and mildew mingling with the sickeningly sweet smell of decaying flesh. Welcome to your nightmare. This is a dangerous place. You probably knew that. Handle with care. An incredible sensation of evil emanates from over by the book. That seems like an excellent thing to avoid.
We should probably avoid the book.
You've seen some pretty ridiculous things in your time, and that's certainly one of them. Above the altar is the sign of the Dark One, surrounded by arcane letters. A notch next to the A makes you think that perhaps that is some sort of starting point for the letters.
A-V-O-O-Z-L. A voozle. Or A-L-Z-O-O-V. Ulzvuv. I think it's a voozle.
There is a huge book on the altar. The binding looks like stretched human skin, with letters and markings written in dried blood. The letters spell out Necrophilicon. What could that mean? Oh, that's it. Something like the Silmarillion for of the love of death. Ugh. There's something very, very wrong and dangerous about this book.
Dead by dawn, dead by dawn. Ha 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 ha.
The dark confines of the recessed alcove hint at unimaginable horrors. The huge barrel is labeled Cask of Amontillado. This must be the fabled spirit that provided most of the income and fame of the monastic order here. It is rumored to provide strange and mystical visions to those who taste freely of its contents. The desk is, naturally, locked.
Well, let's force it open.
You force the drawer open with your incredible strength. Opening the desk set off a trap. A billowing cloud of poisonous gas surrounds you for a moment before dissipating. You're having trouble breathing.
Wow, Jonathan Rhys-Davies really earned his paycheck on this one. He's doing sound effects and everything. And we're poisoned. Good thing we have poison cure potions.
The only effect is a tingling sensation.
Yeah. So let's see what's in here.
You rifle through the Mad Monk's desk and find the diary of Amontillado. Boy, was this guy wacko. Reading this makes your head hurt. However, it does give you some information about the Dark One rituals. It said something about the first ritual being placed within the Mad Monk's tombstone, there to be forever guarded by followers. The second ritual shall be placed in the Stone of Squids, and revealed only by the light of a dead child's soul. The next ritual shall be placed in the hollow of the hangman's tree, and guarded by the spirit of the dead which remains there. The blood ritual shall be concealed magically within the monastery, and only he who willingly seeks dark visions shall find it. The mouth ritual shall be placed in the great arch itself, under the Dark One's sign. And the heart ritual shall be given to someone named Gregor for safekeeping. Now, there's another note on this page in another's handwriting. Gregor is missing in the forest and probably dead. Yet where is the heart ritual?
Okay, so I have the heart ritual. It was being guarded by the Wraith. And I think I have the ritual from the archway outside the cave. Remember where I got the symbol in the first episode? So I think I have 2 of them. Now, the light of a dead child's soul. Now, those are the will-o-wisps, right? Those are like dead children. So they obviously would show one of the scrolls. And then the Hangman's Tree, that's by Baba Yaga. And the Mad Monk's tomb is in the swamp. So I think I'm figuring all this out.
You rifle through the Mad Monk's...
Oh. Now, I have to get one by seeking dark visions. Well, this dripping wine here, let's have a taste of that.
You tap the huge cask of Amontillado. This is the strongest stuff you've ever tasted, assuming that you're not an aficionado of Dragon's Breath. Bottoms up.
Dragon's Breath is a callback to the first game. It was a drink in the bar that would kill you. Uh-oh. That can't be good.
Man, have you got a headache? Fortunately, the Dark One rising seems to have been just a vision, not the reality. Yet.
Oh!
A scroll has formed from the cask's wine droplets.
That's some powerful magic.
You pick up the rolled paper on the floor. It has the symbol of a drop of blood at the top and the inscription, Ritual of Blood. You can't read any of the other writing on it.
Alright, so we have the blood ritual and the heart ritual. So I guess we didn't get the one from the arch. Okay, we gotta go get that. Alright, well, I am a paladin, a noble paladin of honor and good, and so I cannot allow this edifice of evil to stand 1 minute longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my torch that I've been carrying around since the beginning of the game, and I'm going to light her on fire.
You have just gained the paladin ability to sense the presence of danger. The flame quickly catches in the desiccated rug and spreads to the curtains and the furniture. You'd better get out of here quickly. You retrieve the Dark One sign from the monastery door, then quickly step away before the Hectopus can react.
If Igor get big hero job, can he be pyromaniac too?
All right, we have burnt down, well, not burnt down, but at least burnt the inside of the monastery, so its foul evil shall not taint the city of Mordovia any longer, or the town. It's not really a city. And we gained a paladin ability, the ability to sense danger. That's awesome. Good for us. I'm so glad I don't have to do that bell thing anymore.
It is good to see you again, my young friend. Have you ever considered taking up a career in science?
Why not? I do everything else.
You really should take the time. Here you are. Here you are. Oh, being a world-famous scientist is a very fulfilling life. You live off the research grants, call everything you do an experiment, and bring bodacious babes back from the grave. Nice work if you can get it, huh?
It actually does sound like a lot of fun.
Frankie has been a great...
Alright, let's get out of here.
Of course, the real process of science is exciting only to those initiated into its greater mysteries. You should seek out knowledge wherever you can find it.
Gotcha. Alright. So there's a couple things I could do here. I should go see the gypsies to talk about the staff. But first I'm going to go to see Boris.
Good day,
And tell him about Olga.
Tell him that Olga thinks he was too lazy.
Lazy? What was there to do in a shop with no customers? Once the swamp cut off trade here, we had nothing to sell. I had nothing to do there, so just because I would sit at the inn and talk with the other men, she thought I was lazy. All she ever did was sit around and give me orders when I was in the shop. What was the point of dusting if no one came in the shop to notice the dust?
Good point.
Farewell. I came here to get away from a constant nagging. According to her, I could do nothing right. Here there is peace and quiet.
Well, that's good. Happy for you.
May the sun...
Alright, so the monastery is done. You know what? Let's go and see if we can't find that scroll.
The path is incredibly slippery. You can scarcely move on it without falling.
Right, that's why we don't go to the path. There we go. Good work, buddy. Alright, is there a scroll here?
The symbols are graven into the rock of the archway. Now that you've taken the physical Dark One sign, there is no trace that it was ever there before. The symbols are...
Okay, I guess not. What do I have here? Do I have anything that can capture a will-o-wisp? Well, I do have a glass jar. And a broom.
The path is...
Yeah, I know. Whee! Maybe they only come out at night. Alright, well, let's go see the gypsies. Do I have anything for you? I haven't talked to you in a while. Let's just do a quick look-see.
You grab a handful...
And 12 make 20. Hungry,
Yep. Still wild guess, huh?
Nothing.
So someone said I should give him the berries. I could try that.
Nothing happens. They're very poisonous, you know. You better save them for someone who can appreciate their finer points.
Alright, well, I almost just poisoned myself. That wasn't good.
Welcome, welcome. It is good of you to visit our camp once again. May you find here all that you seek.
I seek knowledge.
The gypsies generally use horses.
Yeah, I just want to go to her hut.
The gypsy...
Come on. Hey, what's up? I'm back.
I have seen in a vision that you have a friend in need, a stranger to this land like yourself. You speak with him in this room at the inn. This friendship will send you on a very strange quest.
Aren't they all?
Perhaps at another time we will speak more of this. I have always had dreams and visions. Some of these are true events. Some are only what could be true. These visions are, like most dreams, clouded in mists. Their meanings, too, are very shadowy. If you wish to learn of your future, allow me to look into the cards. You have only to give me a crown, and I will give you a reading, huh?
I've already had a reading. I don't think I want another one.
The old rulers of this land, the boyars of the castle, were the Borgov family. They ruled this land for as long as my people remember. The last boyar was a strange man, so it is said. What became of him, I do not know. Only that the son left the valley in shame and horror. When we heard rumors that Borgov Castle was again inhabited, we brought our wagons to Mordovia. We thought perhaps the old boyar's son had returned, and we could trade with him again. We met with the gatekeeper, who said that the Borgov family was dead. Oh, the castle was now owned by a distant cousin who promised to protect this valley as a true boyar. So we did some trading with the gatekeeper, but never saw signs of this Borgov cousin. Soon after this, the rain started to fall, and we were trapped here.
Huh.
Many are the kinds of the dead which do not rest. Some are harmless, some most helpful, but most are extremely dangerous. Some, like the Rusalki, are victims of crimes. Others, like the Wraiths, are the spirits of criminals who cannot rest. But most powerful and fearsome of all are the Nosferatu, the vampires. The Rusalki are the spirits of drowned maidens. Some are the victims of accidents, and others were the victims of murderers. They retain their physical bodies and try to drown all who approach them. There is said to be a Rusalka in the lake to the east. I have heard tales that a Rusalka may be tamed through kindness, but I have never heard of anyone actually trying such a thing. Oh, no.
Well, you have now. That's funny. So if you didn't know how to solve the Rusalka thing, you could come and speak with the gypsy, and they kind of give you a hint.
A wraith is a spirit who cannot rest because of greed. They refuse to leave behind their possessions, and so haunt the sight of those objects.
If you travel by night, you sometimes can see a mound of rocks where no rocks were by daylight. This is the burial mound of a wraith. Avoid it, for the wraith will try to draw their life from you if you get too close.
I've killed a bunch of those too. And was it just me, or did the gypsy's voice change halfway through that? That was weird. Or the fortune teller, I mean.
The Nosferatu, the undead which feed upon the blood of living things.
Oops.
The Nosferatu, the undead which feed upon... If a vampire shares its own blood with its victim, the victim will rise from the grave as a slave of its vampire creator. It too will be a vampire, but it must obey the commands of its master, and cannot harm its master directly. Sometimes the sharer of vampire blood is not drained entirely by the master vampire. Thus, he can continue to live until struck down by a natural death. Then he will rise from his grave.
Okay, so if a vampire kills you, you become a revenant. But if it decides to not kill you, you become its vampire slave. But first it has to give you its blood. Okay, I think I've got it all under control. Let's tell about my past.
You tell about some of your adventures.
Ah, you tell strange stories, but I can sense that you speak true. You have lived the most exciting life. I do not think this valley will be the same when you leave.
You tell her about the frightening dream.
Dreams are messages. Such a message may be obscure or meaningful, depending upon the sender and the dreamer. The meaning of this dream may be clearer when you have had more of them.
You tell about the gnome and his problems.
Interesting. Baba Yaga has returned only recently to this valley. We have had scent of her to the far south, but the path to her hut is blocked by magic. You will need to find a way past that magical barrier.
One step ahead of you.
You say goodbye.
Farewell. Perhaps another time I will read your future for a coin, huh?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, that's the end of this episode, but next episode we're going to pick up at Irana's garden. I'll go and walk over there and sleep until twilight, because we have some things to do. We have to find Anna's ghost and try to help her out. And also, I want to go to the castle walls and see if Katrina is there. I wonder what she's going to say about the Necrotars guarding the gate. That's interesting. So we have a couple other things to do. But once again, I am Marcus Aurelius. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.